This semester was my first attempt at online schooling. What I found most rewarding in the class was a sense of accomplishment with each week that went by. Compared to another class I was taking at the same time, I much preferred the slideshow-based lecture rather than textbook reading each week. Beyond the style of the class itself, I enjoyed posting the speeches. I'm an avid viewer of video blogs and was surprised to notice how difficult it had become at the beginning of the class to actually sit in front of a camera and talk. I found myself taking video after video, constantly stumbling on my words and feeling awkward or uncomfortable. While it's a nice luxury to be able to start the recording over again if I wasn't happy with it, it gave me a new perspective on how these people who talk to a camera for a living must feel. I'm always at the family functions and I'm the one behind the camera, but now I have a sense of how it feels to be the one in the spotlight. My favorite assignment was the argumentative piece. I've always had a sincere interest in inmates, and I'm considering a career involving the prison system. I find our correctional system to be one of the biggest things in this country that needs to be improved. Being able to bring my personal interest into a class and researching the topic more in depth was very impactful for me. I find critiquing other people's work pretty difficult. I'm my own worst critic, and I really disliked having to hear myself speak when reviewing videos to make sure that my submission was what I wanted it to be. Even if there were little changes I would have liked to make, I wasn't willing to redo the speech just for a stutter or two. I could pick out my own flaws, but telling others what they need to improve on is a hard skill for me. Everyone's trying their best, and aside from the occasional blooper reel, people are putting their best foot forward. As we are headed into the age of technology, it's clear that we're unaware of how it will affect us. I look forward to gaining more knowledge about us as humans, as well as how we are shaped by the changing world around us. Yearning for faster, better, stronger, smarter technology will take hold of us, and I hope to look back on this class as a starting point to remain conscious of how that takes hold of our lives. The class provided me with a lot of hypotheticals to evaluate myself and how I present myself. I'm currently working in retail, and how I present myself there may not directly affect my career as a psychologist, but it'll set me up as a person. I found study skills that will help me in my endeavor towards my degree. I found out how to best complete weekly assignments around my work schedule. This class put my interpersonal relations to the test to evaluate just how much they need improving. It also made me take a step back and to see how much I communicate via technology. While I'm unsure of the exact career path I'm headed on, I'm majoring in psychology. I'm loving learning more about who we are as people. This class was a basic overview of professional communication, from choosing your audience and tailoring your communication because of their needs, to how technology is shaping the world we live in. This class was a great place for me to begin to get an understanding of how communication is changing. I'll continue to be more conscious of how I send messages and be wary of how they may be received and what noise could affect that. Being in the field of psychology, I desire to get a better grasp of how the human mind affects us. If I cannot clearly communicate with my patient or understand why he or she cannot effectively communicate with me, I'll have a bigger issue on my hands. This was an amazing class to start my journey and to continue my education. Thank you.